Welcome to the Homeschool Chat. Today's question is, it's my first year homeschooling. Does anyone else feel like they're not doing enough? That is actually a very common question. So short answer is yes, you are doing enough. And let me explain why. So if you're doing any kind of curriculum and if you're doing school consistently, then you're doing enough. And the reason why is you actually you're doing more than you think you are. In a traditional public school, and I've actually worked in traditional public schools in elementary and in high school, and my children have also been in different classes and things like that. So, in from my experience and from what my children have told me from their experience, um, they spend a lot of time on managing behaviors, on things like announcements and school related housekeeping that they have to do, that type of thing. And then also, they spend time on transitioning kids from one activity to another because that's hard for some kids, and it takes time for them to move from one activity to another, or in elementary in one subject to another. So that is something that takes up a lot of time. Also, they have to teach to so many different levels and so many different needs. So every student is unique and special and learns differently. So they have to teach it in different ways, and that takes longer. They have to make sure that they're reaching every student with the information. That takes longer. And every student has a different base of knowledge, and that takes longer to build that base of knowledge, the academic language, understanding vocabulary, understanding where things came from, like all of that. Everyone has a different background, so they spend a lot of time on that. So as a homeschool parent, because you are a homeschool educator, a home educator, you know what your student knows. You already know all that. You don't need to figure it out. So because you know that, that doesn't you don't have to spend time on that. And you know where your student needs to get to. You know what they need to learn because you know what you're going to be teaching them. And you know how they learn best. So you could teach it to them in the most efficient way. So because you know all of those things, it doesn't take so long. So it may seem like you're not doing a lot. Like it doesn't take very long to teach them a math problem, or it doesn't teach them very long to teach them about whatever the history topic is or the science topic you're teaching. But that doesn't mean you're not doing enough. It just means you're doing it maybe efficiently. So you have to change your mindset on how you look at education. It really is a marathon and not a sprint, right? So there may be days when you don't do as much as you should or think you should, right? Because there's really no should, but because every day is just you're building the blocks of knowledge for your child, right? So there may be days when you're sick or you have life happen, things happen, and that's okay. Because in the end, you're going to come back to where you stopped and you're just going to keep going. And that's okay. Because in the end, they're going to get what they need to learn. And you know what they need the best. You are the best teacher for them because you know what they need. And so, yes, short answer, yes, you are enough. You're doing enough. As long as you're doing some school and you're being consistent with it and you have some kind of plan, because curriculum is different for everybody. But if you have a plan, you're doing enough. So, all right, that is the homeschool chat for today, and I will see you next time.